All right, let's get right into it. If you've ever tried to buy a new house while also selling your current one, you know the feeling. It's a lot. But today, the rules of real estate are actually changing. We're going to break down some of these new strategies, everything from cash offers to these really slick buy then sell programs that are giving homeowners way more power than they've ever had before.
So here's the game plan. We'll start with that classic headache every home mover has to deal with. Then we'll unpack the power of a cash offer. After that, we'll introduce the buy then sell strategy and show you the serious edge it can give you. We'll put these options side by side and then wrap it all up with what this really means for you. A whole new level of confidence, control, and convenience.
Okay, so let's set the scene. You find a home you absolutely love. Perfect. But you still have to sell the house you're in right now, and that kicks off this super stressful juggling act that honestly has been the standard way of doing things for decades.
And it always boils down to this one nerve-wracking question, doesn't it? Do you jump on the new house and risk paying 2 mortgages at once? Or do you play it safe, sell first, and then have to scramble to find a new place to live? It's the classic real estate catch-22. And for the longest time, there just wasn't a good answer. You were just stuck.
Now, one solution that popped up to solve this timing problem is the all-cash offer. It sounds great, right? It gives you a fast, guaranteed sale. But as you're about to see, that speed and certainty, well, they definitely come at a price. And here's that trade-off in black and white. On one hand, you get a quick, clean close. That lets you go out and make a really strong offer on your next home. But on the other hand, that convenience costs you. These quick cash sales almost always mean you walk away with less money than you would on the open market.
You know, what's fascinating is that not all cash offers are created equal. Not by a long shot. You got your wholesalers and flippers way down on the low end, maybe offering you 60% of what your home is worth. iBuyers are a bit better, around 70%. But then, whoa, look at that last one. Structured cash offers, promising 90 to 93%. I mean, that's a massive difference. So, what's the secret sauce there?
Well, that brings us to this completely different and, frankly, much more powerful way of doing things. It's called the buy then sell strategy, and it's built to give you the best of both worlds. You get the power of cash, but the financial returns of a traditional sale.
The whole idea is to just flip the old process completely on its head. Think about it. Instead of having to sell your house so you can afford to buy a new one, this strategy lets you buy your new dream home first. That move alone just takes all the stress and the what-ifs right off the table. And this is where it gets really good. This is your secret weapon in a competitive market. By taking the sale of your current home out of the equation, the offer you make on a new home suddenly looks incredibly strong and super reliable to a seller.
And I'm not just saying that. The numbers back it up. An offer that's non-contingent, which is just a fancy way of saying it doesn't depend on your old house selling, is 20 to 30% more likely to get accepted. To a seller, you've just removed their biggest worry. Your offer is basically as good as cash, and that immediately puts you at the top of the pile.
And that one big advantage creates this awesome domino effect. You start winning more offers, often at a better price. You get total certainty. You can skip the nightmare of constant showings. There's no frantic rush to buy. And you only have to pack up and move one time.
I mean, let's be real about the stress of showings for a minute. You know that call? Hey, can we show your house in 20 minutes? And the mad dash to hide everything? Yeah, imagine none of that. With this approach, you sell your old home after you're long gone. It can be shown whenever, totally stress-free.
And moving just once? Oh man, that is a total game changer. No living out of boxes and some pricey temporary rental. No paying for a storage unit for who knows how long. You just go from your old front door to your new one. Simple as that.
And this might be the most important part. You are back in the driver's seat of your own timeline. You're not racing against the clock, feeling pressured to buy a house. You can actually take your time and find the house without feeling like you have to settle.
All right, so now that we've seen the big ideas, let's really put them side by side. We're going to look at how they actually work, how complicated they might be, and the big one, how much money you really walk away with.
So how does this whole structured offer thing actually work in practice?
Well, it's basically a two-step dance. And this is the part you really need to understand because it is a bit more complex. Step 1, you get a big chunk of cash up front, usually around 70% of your home's value. That's the key part that pays off your old mortgage and frees you up to go buy that new place. Then, step 2, after you've moved out, your agent sells your now empty old house on the market, just like a normal sale. Once it sells, you get the rest of your equity.
It's that second step that lets you get top dollar for your home. And really, this quote just nails it. You're getting the raw power of a cash offer to win your new home, but you're not sacrificing the financial upside you'd get from a normal, traditional sale. It's the best of both worlds.
And if you're a numbers person, this chart says it all. I mean, just look at that gap. With a structured offer, you're netting 90 to 93% of your home's value. Compare that to the 60 or 70% from other cash options. We're not talking about a small difference. For many families, that is life-changing money left on the table.
So let's put it all together. With the buy then sell approach, your offer is rock solid and your financial return is the highest. The trade-off? Okay, yeah, the process is a little more complex with those two transactions. On the other side, a traditional cash offer is incredibly simple and fast, but you're paying for that simplicity with a much smaller check in the end. It really just comes down to what's most important to you, maximizing your money or maximizing speed.
So when you step back and look at the big picture, what these new models are doing is fundamentally shifting the home moving experience. They're putting homeowners firmly back in control. And here's a really key point. You're not doing this all on your own. Unlike some of these tech models that try to cut agents out, the structured buy then sell approach keeps your real estate agent right there in the center of the deal. They're still the one marketing your home, negotiating offers, and fighting to get you the absolute best price. You still have that expert in your corner.
And that's really the ultimate takeaway here. These new strategies are all designed to deliver those three things: confidence in the offers you make, convenience in how you move, and complete control over your real estate journey.
Which kind of makes you wonder, right? If things have already changed this much in just a few years, what's coming next? As technology and finance get even more tangled up in real estate, what new tools are going to pop up to give homeowners even more power and flexibility? It is going to be fascinating to watch.